Okay. And then by 2014, you retired.
Yes, from the sheriff department.
Right. And then that next year in 2015, as they're filming Straight Outta Compton, the movie,
Okay.
Suge Knight decides to go to Compton to talk about getting paid some money for being depicted in the movie. Him and Terry Carter came down there together during the course of an altercation. Come together. Oh, they didn't come together?
No.
Oh, they came separately?
Yeah. Suge was up there earlier and got into it with that dude.
Bone.
Capone.
No,
whatever. Not Bone.
Bone, yeah.
Bone. Got into it with Bone. There at the hamburger stand.
At Tam's.
At Tam's.
Yeah.
And that's when Suge left. Because Bone told him, you're not ready. Bone did not know that that Terry had called Suge to tell him to come back up so he can squash it. Because Terry had that kind of cachet where he could have set Dre down and the other Ice Cube or whoever down with Suge to resolve it. So it won't be no issues. So Suge was going back up there to talk to them. When Bone did not know that, he was invited back up there, basically. And as Suge pulled into the parking lot, as we all seen on TV, that's when Bone approached the vehicle, and that went from there.
Yeah, I mean, Bone started punching Suge in the face.
Or whatever, or with the gun, they say.
Suge backed up, hit Bone, and then went forward again, ran over Bone, and then in the process accidentally hit Terry.
Because Bone was in his path of trying to get away.
Yeah,
well,
Terry was in the path.
Terry was
in the path. Yes. Terry ends up getting killed.
He wouldn't have intended to hit Terry at all. I'm not convinced of that.
And eventually, after a long, drawn-out, civil situation where various lawyers got indicted for trying to bribe witnesses and so forth,
it was a mess.
Suge eventually pleaded out to 28 years in prison, which is where he's at right now. Did that surprise you at all in terms of the way Suge's story ended?
No. I had talks with Suge earlier and stuff about, use his vision and do the things he was doing, because the boy had a vision in terms of how to run a company and do stuff, and it could have went a long way. But I knew he had a mentality of a gangster mentality. And I tried to ask him to get away from that, and he never did. So all kind of things was going on, like we talked about, in death row and some of the people and all that. And you alluded to some times where his street security was beating up folks or whatever. All that I was coming back to me. But a lot of it wasn't happening in our jurisdiction or didn't come to our attention criminally. Or I would have had to go deal with Suge. That never happened. But Suge's path didn't surprise me. And where he is and how he got there doesn't surprise me. It saddens me, but it doesn't surprise me.
It's very sad because he could be a billionaire right now.
He could have been.
Yeah. I mean,
easily, like Diddy.
Or Dre, who he was partners with.
Well, Dre got smart. Dre got smart and he left.